Join me, along with my former Navy shipmates, as we gather here in Pearl Harbor, Hawaii, to witness the 80th anniversary of the end of World War II, VJ Day. We're standing beside our former home, the USS Missouri, BB-63, the very ship where the instrument of surrender was signed, bringing the war to a close. Now, I'll be honest, our seats didn't give us the best camera angles, so I've trimmed this footage down and kept it flowing for you. But if you'd like to see the full ceremony from start to finish, I'll leave a link in the official live stream version from the hosts of this incredible event. For now, let's take a step back in time together and honor the moment that changed the course of history.
Great view of the USS Arizona Memorial and the USS Bowfin, a Below-class fleet attack submarine. The Bowfin is nicknamed the Pearl Harbor Avenger. Avenge she did. Launched December 7, 1942, she sank 44 enemy ships. We're approaching Ford Island. Our first stop will be the USS Battleship Missouri, the site of Japan's surrender in Tokyo Bay. Follow in the footsteps of General Douglas MacArthur and stand in the exact spot where World War II officially ended.
It's 9:02, ladies and gentlemen. The day 80 years ago, aboard this ship, World War II ended. Veterans, USS Missouri crew members, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, aloha, and welcome to the 80th anniversary of the end of World War II commemoration ceremony. I'm Michael Carr. I'm the President and Chief Executive Officer of the USS Missouri Memorial Association. It's both an honor and a privilege to serve in that role and to be your MC for today's ceremony. This morning, we gather in the heart of Pearl Harbor, adjacent to the Battleship Missouri, the Mighty Moan, to commemorate the 80th anniversary of one of the most defining moments in modern history, the end of World War II. Today's ceremony, presented by the Bob and Dolores Hope Foundation, begins precisely at 9:02, the exact time that General Douglas MacArthur opened the surrender ceremony on this very ship with these words:
Okay.
We're gathered here, representatives of the major warring powers, to conclude a solemn agreement whereby peace may be restored. I'm still working on the MacArthur voice. Marking the conclusion of years of conflict and the beginning of a new era of peace. Our theme, Eternal Legacy, honoring the greatest generation and inspiring the next, is a reminder that the sacrifice, service, and courage displayed by our World War II veterans are not only to be remembered, but to be passed on. We honor those who served with unwavering bravery and helped shape today's freedoms we enjoy. We also recognize the young men and women who stand ready to defend our nation in the years to come and to carry forward this proud legacy.
And I do remember the Japanese delegation and the man who signed for the Empire of Japan. His name was Shigemitsu. He had a wooden leg and he proceeded to approach MacArthur. And after MacArthur took the signing, he slammed that book shut. He said, "These proceedings are over." And that was the end of the signing.
Please join me in welcoming Seaman First Class from Providence, Rhode Island, John Doyle.
Now we start to the world, and that God will preserve it always. These proceedings until
The peace that followed was hard-earned and paid for with the ultimate sacrifice of millions. Today we offer our deepest gratitude to every service member who fought and fell so that future generations could live in freedom. To brave soldiers, sailors, Marines, airmen, Coast Guardmen, and Merchant Marines of America's greatest generation, we thank you for your extraordinary service and sacrifice. Today, 80 years later, he returns to his ship with 7 of his fellow crewmen. His story and their story embody the enduring spirit of the greatest generation. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Ed Buffalo.
Feeling better too today.
I'm feeling great. Not that far. I'm not like that. I'm sitting down so long.
I'm not a public speaker, so bear with me. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm a World War II combat veteran. I served from 1944 to 1946 on the great battleship USS Missouri, BB-63,
as a gunner's mate, second class. I have the honor of being a plank owner. Most of us were in our late teens or early 20s at the time. We didn't stop to think much about fear. We simply did and what needed to be done for our country. I was fortunate to serve with a great bunch of guys. Missouri was part of Task Force 38 and 58, supporting operations in Iwo Jima, Okinawa, Kyushu, and the first airstrikes on Tokyo since the WWII in 1942. On April 7th, she was with the carrier group that sank the battleship Yamaha. For her service, the Missouri received 3 Bronze Battle Stars. One of my duties as gun captain to 25 sailors who manned a battery of 5 20mm guns located portside midship. We manned this station every morning at dawn and at general quarters. During my service aboard, fellow sailors and I experienced some of the most intense kamikaze attacks of the war. During the Battle of Okinawa, the USS Missouri was under constant air attack, day and night, shot down 11 kamikazes. How am I doing?
Fantastic.
I need that. On April 11th, the Missouri was struck by a kamikaze on the starboard side. The aircraft burst into flames and killed a pilot. One of the plane's machine guns stuck in a barrel of our 40mm guns. Captain Callahan made the now famous decision to provide the Japanese pilot with burial at sea, carried out full military honors. After the surrender on April 15th, I volunteered to join a special landing force known as Malone's Marauders. Our job was securing and disposing bombs and ammunition on the Japanese mainland. It was an honor to serve alongside fellow sailors across the fleet, that's the Third Fleet, at this historic mission. There are also some lesser known details of the surrender on September 1945. Admiral Halsey was ordered by President Truman to transfer his flag from the battleship New Jersey to the Missouri for all the formal ceremony because President Truman's daughter, Margaret, had christened the ship. That connection gave the Missouri the honor and legacy of hosting this historical event of World War II to official end. In preparation for the surrender, the crew scraped the battleship on one side. The paint supplies ran short. The Missouri had to borrow some gray paint from the USS Iowa to ensure the starboard side would show up when the delegates came aboard. Since we didn't have enough paint to paint the port side of the ship, it was imperative we brought the Japanese contingent on board on the starboard side. The table was sent over from His Majesty's ship, King George V. The signing of the surrender documents turned out with the tables too small. At the last moment, 2 sailors from my division were sent to the mess hall where they carried a big mess hall table to the scene. I was on them. It was on this modest table that the former documents ended World War II and were signed. After the surrender, I extended my service for 6 months in Europe and being discharged on the 19th of 1946. In conclusion, it's because of these men I served with and are still with us, and many more have since passed away, that we are able to gather here today aboard this historic ship. So let's thank them.
My dear friends, patriots, allies, and partners, may God bless our veterans and the greatest generation. May God bless our children and the next generation. And may God bless the United States of America, our allies, and our partners. Thank you. Mahalo.
As we conclude today's ceremony, I'd like to bring us full circle by closing with the same words General Douglas MacArthur spoke 80 years ago today, right here on the decks of the USS Missouri, during the ceremony that forever shaped our history. Words that are as relevant today as they were 80 years ago. It is my earnest hope, and indeed the hope of all mankind, that from this solemn occasion, a better world shall emerge out of the blood and carnage of the past. A world founded upon faith and understanding. A world dedicated to the dignity of man and the fulfillment of his most cherished wish for freedom, tolerance, and justice. Let us pray that peace be now restored to the world and that God will preserve it always. These proceedings are closed. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. How'd you like that? It was good, huh?
Yeah.
80 years ago, the world's deadliest war ended right here on the decks of the USS Missouri. Today, two powerful new exhibits keep that history alive: Pathway to Peace and White Flash, Black Rain. Here's a quick walkthrough, but if you're ever in Hawaii, especially on Oahu, we strongly encourage you to experience this amazing exhibit for yourself. Say what?
Let's go over here, and she's going to get our picture of the four of us.
Okay.
Right in front of the... Of course.
Oops, sorry. There's that smell.
During that, it was either the I don't know if you guys were on at that time. No, this was between Sydney and Hobart, and I think I was either up here.
Oh, the Citadel, right? Is
Yeah.
it called the Citadel?
Citadel.
I don't find another density.
These thick hatches.
Even the few times that I visited.
There's a
This
compass.
is
Did they take that one out?
They stayed the ship when they were out, I thought. When they were on the war took on, they went in there.
So in the shop, we make our own
Okay.
in the shop. We put a string and a paper clip and fitting.
big one here.
Yeah, there's the, yeah, the,
Oh, I had one in there too.
one of these, one JV.
Ooh, we have to open the nails up, and plug them in, ain't been able to call all the places.
They got the 3 turret up, and you can go up into the bridge.
Ah. There's some teak wood because they're redoing the decks back here. And that's where we used to muster back in the day. Help yourself to some teak wood right here. It's pretty good. It's The exhibit, Pathway to Peace, walks you through the USS Missouri's World War II story, with interactive elements, personal artifacts, and footage that build up the ship's most historic moment, hosting the surrender ceremony that brought the war to an end.
And indeed the hope of all mankind, that purpose, solemn attention, a better world shall emerge out of the blood and carnage of the past. A world founded upon faith and understanding. A world dedicated to the dignity of man and the fulfillment of his most cherished wish for freedom, tolerance, and justice. These proceedings are closed.
commissioning pennant, right?
Yeah.
I had one somewhere when I went up there.
And they're
Recognize any names on those monks?
I gotta get closer to
Can't read them. I don't have my glasses. I can see.
Scullery.
Scullery. That's the garbage.
The exhibit, White Flash, Black Rain, takes you straight to the aftermath of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Powerful images, personal stories, and artifacts that really drive home the human cost of the atomic bomb and why peace matters. There's the old skipper. That's good if you're on a diet, I guess.
Think our names are in the book somewhere?
Standing here on the deck of the USS Missouri, it's impossible not to feel the weight of history. From the devastating lessons of White Flash, Black Rain, to the hopeful message of Pathway to Peace. These exhibits remind us of what was sacrificed and what was gained. If you find yourself in Hawaii, especially here on Oahu, I can't recommend enough making time to walk these decks. Thank you for watching this far and sharing this moment with us. I've included links below to the full live streamed commemoration so you can experience the ceremony in its entirety. Until next time, fair winds and following seas. Mahalo.
Oh, for a minute, you actually.
All right. Until next time, if there is one. Thanks for watching.